What is up, guys? It's Scott with Never Hedge, talking about another stock today. Today's video is going to be on Mydecine Inc. Medicine Evolved. Well, let's get into the mission statement here. Mydecine Innovations Group is an emerging biotech and life sciences company dedicated to developing and commercializing innovative solutions for treating mental health problems, enhancing vitality. The company's world-renowned medical and scientific advisory board is building out a robust R&D pipeline of nature-sourced psychedelic-assisted therapies, novel compounds, therapy protocols, and unique delivery systems. Awesome. They do a couple of different things here. They have a natural health products portfolio where they are discovering, extracting, and combining powerful functional and psychedelic ingredients in mushrooms to balance and enhance the brain, which this stuff actually works. Those psilocybin mushrooms, they are miracle drugs. They also have a R&D aspect of their company where they're charting new paths with neurological disorder medicines and based on the novel compounds found in psychedelic medicines. They also have digital health solutions where they're developing breakthrough digital technologies to augment mental health care with data, digital therapeutics, and global connectivity. Very nice. So let's get on to their story. They started Mydecine Innovations Group with the goal of revolutionizing the way people live and experience life by cutting-edge natural products and technology. Their international team has been described as a collection of passionate business leaders, scientists, mental health professionals, and technology visionaries. They are inspired by the future, the innovators, the dreamers, and their products embody this spirit. They are built for those who aspire to be healthy physically and spiritually while living life to the fullest and daring to disrupt the norm. Psychedelic mushrooms that's a pretty hot industry right now, and their share price is only, this might not be current. I have their current share price as of 4:20 p.m. on Wednesday, April 7th. They're sitting at 27 cents. They only have 991 watchers on StockTwits, so this is still in the hidden gem category of stocks. Undiscovered, unhyped, pretty promising company. Let's get into their investor packet. I've skimmed through, but I wanted to come down here to their global healing opportunity. This is the markets that they're going to be in with their psilocybin mushrooms. So the addiction field is currently valued at 1 trillion. 64 billion is the size for the potential global smoking cessation market. There are 107 million people globally who are addicted to alcohol consumption, and 7.1 million deaths per year globally due to smoking related causes. 15% of all global deaths are attributed to smoking. Next, let's get on to the PTSD aspect of the psilocybin mushrooms. So 1 in 11 people globally will be diagnosed with PTSD in their lifetime. Up to 30% of veterans will develop PTSD. Every 72 minutes, a U.S. veteran commits suicide. The global average frontline workers are developing PTSD at 4x rate. I don't know what that's based on, but it's an interesting fact. And anxiety. There are 270 million people diagnosed with some form of anxiety disorder globally. So this is a huge market that they can get into with their psilocybin mushrooms. So they've got intellectual property and R&D. They've got clinical trials. They've got technology. Let's just briefly get into some of the R&D stuff. So Mydecine is able to oversee all areas of drug development, including synthesis, genetic research, import, export, delivery, system development, clinical trial execution, and product commercialization and distribution. They have 7 patent applications that represent thousands of inventions with multiple layers of protection on the company's proprietary drug development pipeline. They're working on clinical trials. They've got phase 2A clinical on PTSD in veterans, EMS, and frontline workers with tests currently approved at the Leiden University, University of Alberta, Royal Ottawa Hospital, Western Ontario University, and finalizing several VA sites in the United States, including Boston, LA, and San Diego. So they are also doing a large-scale microdose study co-sponsored by the National Institute for Health Research at the Imperial College of London with Mydecine SAB member Dr. David Arizito. So this is the first of its kind microdose study at Macquarie University in Australia with Mydecine Senior Advisory Board member Dr. Vince Polito, and they're sponsoring preclinical animal work from the University of Maryland from University of Maryland aimed at the mechanistic understanding of psilocybin. This is all super interesting stuff. So now we're going to go over their Mydecine Center of Mycology laboratory and U.S. headquarters in Denver, Colorado. They've got a 30,000 square foot pharmaceutical grade extraction lab, 7,500 square foot state-of-the-art mycology lab, full cultivation and extraction capabilities, genetic research, intellectual property, and product development. They've got production of all fungi, medicinal compounds. They've got analytical chemistry, genomics, tissue culture. They've got GMP compliant standard operating procedure production processes. And they've got planned expansion to research psilocybin under DEA licensure. This is freaking huge, guys. The last thing I wanted to go over was this article that came out today, April 7th. Psychedelic mental health solutions gaining steam with elite athletes and researchers. And this is about Mike Tyson. Prior to his monumental comeback at the age of 54, former world heavyweight boxing champion Mike Tyson was delivered a message from a frog. More precisely, he received a message from a psychedelic sourced from the venomous Colorado river toad known as the Sonoran desert toad, known as 5-MeO-DMT, aka 5-MeO or frog venom. I took the 5-MeO-DMT and the medicine told me to get in shape, Tyson said to USA Today. It really blew my mind. It told me to come back and start getting in shape. With the help of the psychedelic, Tyson lost more than 100 pounds for a major exhibition bout against Roy Jones Jr. This was his first fight in 15 years. Tyson is not alone being among elite athletes who have looked to psychedelics to turn their life around. Former Los Angeles Lakers star Lamar Odom successfully used the psychedelic ketamine and ibogaine to combat his addiction. Those two are both really powerful in fighting addiction, specifically ibogaine. I've heard of people being able to kick their addiction to opioids by undergoing an ibogaine therapy session, and ketamine is also very good for dealing with depression disorders and mood disorders and anxiety and things like that. So they talk about other elite athletes who have used psychedelics, and ayahuasca is another fairly popular retreat for psychedelic adventurers looking to undergo, full body transcendence in the forests of Costa Rica, and I think they're even starting to do them in Florida in the U.S. Okay, so down here, some analysts are predicting that the psychedelic medicine industry to reach $6.85 billion by 2027. As psychedelic companies gain acceptance with the investment community, there's an opportunity to review these companies in a new light. The new psychedelics ETF began trading in January, and other companies are emerging to meet demand, with two surpassing the $1 billion market cap threshold. Cited within this group of psychedelic companies is one company underpinned by thought leaders in medicine and science, warranting further due diligence and review. That would be Mydecine Innovations Group, OTC stock symbol MYCOF. And in short, guys, this is, I could keep going on this for hours even. This is a really long article, but I'm going to link all this stuff up in the description below. In short, I like this stock. I think this is going to be big in the future. Psychedelic medicines are coming more and more mainstream, and in the future I think this could be easily in the dollar range, maybe even uplisted to the NASDAQ stock exchange. But as always, guys, I will make sure you do your own due diligence before buying any stock, and I will continue to provide updates on this company as I find them. Thank you so much for staying with me this far, and I will see you in the next video.